Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Ara and this is Gardening on Purpose. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. For today's video, I'll be showing you my most recent garden related purchases. First up, we have this sign. It's something you can put on your porch or your patio or your lanai. And I got this one from Aldi's. This one here, it says be nice, as in B-E-E, or buzz off. And I thought that was so cute. I'll put this in my screened in porch for sure. And it's actually a dual one. So you have the be nice or buzz off, and then you have the welcome sign in the back. I actually have one that says hello fall and welcome in my front porch, and that one is, I think, is 5 feet. This one is only 4 feet, but it works perfectly fine for the back patio. Let me know what you think of this, so if you actually saw this at Aldi's. Next up, we have some solar bulbs. These I got from Ollie's. You might have seen these when I did my Ollie's video last week, showing you what they have garden related in the store. And I thought these were so cute. You might have seen things like these at Home Depot and Lowe's, where they have these glass containers in all types of designs and shapes, and then they have the live plants inside. With Ollie's, these plants are not live, but they're giving you the, giving you the idea that it might be live. These are solar, so you put these out in the sun, it gets the energy from the sun, and then when it gets darker, then these should light up. I haven't tested them out yet, but I'll definitely do a video when they're actually being used to see if they actually do good. So here you have the solar panel at the top, and you can actually move that band out the way. See that black band? You can move it out the way so the sun can get directly to it. And I'm excited to see what it looks like. I believe I got these for $4.97. I'm not absolutely sure. I was going to buy it either way because I thought they were different looking. Let me know if you've seen these in your Ollies, or if you like these, or you have something like this. Next up, I actually went back and bought another rose, guys. I don't know what is going on, but I went to Lowe's because I usually buy my roses from Walmart. And, well, pretty much all my roses from Walmart. But I didn't see the Francis Milland at Walmart, and I kept seeing it at Lowe's. I thought this was a really beautiful rose, and I really wanted it. The problem is that it was a whole $19. And the roses at Walmart are only $9.97. So I kept looking at it and walking by and thinking about it and deciding, do I really need to buy this plant? But it was really a nice looking rose. It's a hybrid tea. It's the Francis Milland, or Meland, and it's a beauty. I really like it. When I first bought it a couple of days ago, it had maybe half of the foliage, so I know that it's doing well because look at that, all that foliage has come on in the last couple of days. It was $19.99, like I said, but this picture really got me. This one here says that it grows 1.8 to 2 meters, which is pretty much 6 to 6.5 feet. And it has a strong fragrance, and it is pretty huge, guys. It says that it has a petal count of 60 to 65. Let me know if that's true or if that's your experience. The brand for this one is Clean and Easy. You've seen this in my Lowe's video where I showed you they have the different types of brands of roses, and the rose actually looks good. Don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I definitely wanted to share with you that I did go off script and buy a rose not from Walmart. Hopefully it does well. Next up, I picked up some azomite. I've been doing some research into this to see how this can fit in my garden. Never used it before, but I've read a bunch of articles and I've saw a bunch of videos where it's discussing how azomite is really good for your edible garden. It says that it's loaded with minerals and micronutrients. It says it's sourced from ancient volcanic ash in Utah, and it promotes larger root systems. And it actually also says that it enhances nutrition, flavor, and color. So that's really exciting when you put that with your peppers, your carrots, your cucumbers, and whatever plants you have that you're planting. I plan to use it in my edible garden, not my garden overall, because I don't feel like my garden needs anything extra than what I'm doing with it for the ornamental garden. But with the edible garden, these plants are going to ask for a lot of stuff, and on top of me watering them, on top of me fertilizing them, I always want to give them an extra oomph. So I'm really, really excited about this. This I got from Walmart, and I believe I paid $7.98 or something. And let me know if you have this brand. It's called Back to the Roots, and it gives you the how to use it in different circumstances, and I'm excited to use it. Let me know if you've used it and how it does in your yard. Next up, we have coconut core. This is the Burpee Organic 100% coconut core. It's made from the coconut plant, the fruit part of it. And this guy here is an excellent soil alternative. It says it's biodegradable and it's made from the plant. Now, it's not just for seed starting mix. This can be used as one of the ingredients when you're making your potting mix for your containers. Traditionally, I've been using peat moss, and I still have peat moss left over, and I'll continue to finish that. But one of the reasons that I'm switching to coconut core is because I've noticed last year when the peat moss dries out, it's really hard to get it re-moisturized again. It's a lot of water to do it. And because I'm planting my edible garden in grow bags, those grow bags dry out really fast anyway. And then when the peat moss gets dry, then the soil gets really, really hard. No matter how much you try to recondition or re-moisturize peat moss, it takes forever. That doesn't happen with coconut core. Yes, coconut core is more expensive than peat moss. A big bale of peat moss at Home Depot and Lowe's is pretty much $19.98. With these, you're getting these small things here for $5 each. The good thing is that I need this for soil, for actually moisture retention. So I don't need a lot because I'm still going to be using a little bit of peat moss because I still have so much peat moss left, So that's the idea. These were at Walmart. And this is what they look like. It says that it expands to 8 quarts in 2 minutes. So all you have to do is put it in a container, put some water in it, wait 2 minutes, it will expand, and this will turn out to be way more than what it looks like here, because it doesn't look like much. I have over 30 containers I need to fill in with my potting mix. Probably the first week in April, you'll see a video coming out where I'll show you how I make my potting mix in preparation to plant my seeds. And this is one of the ingredients. Let me know if you use coconut core and if you find it expensive, or if you're still going to stick with peat moss, because peat moss is, one bale of peat moss in Home Depot was pretty much $19.98, where these are pretty much $4.98 each. And it's not as much peat moss you get, not as much coconut core you get versus how much peat moss you get for the same money. But this is really, really great because it retains moisture really, really well, and it doesn't hurt the pH of the soil. Another thing I bought today, guys, was perlite. Now, it's very hard for me to find perlite around here. And when you do find it, it's actually in these really small bags. I see perlite online, and some people are charging you $99 for a bag of perlite. It is quite expensive. Now, I could use soil conditioner, which is what I use as a soil conditioner is pine bark. And you see me use that a lot in the in-ground, and I still use it in the containers too. So to supplement that and to give a little bit even more aeration, I'm going to be adding perlite. So I don't need a lot of perlite because I'm still going to go to my tried and true pine bark when it comes to needing drainage, because this is good for drainage and this is good for aeration, as is the soil conditioner made from pine bark. So again, these were from Walmart, and these were $6.97, I believe. It says it promotes root growth, soil aeration, and drainage. It says that it helps it helps start root cuttings in container plants. And how much is it in here? I can't tell the actual amount that's in here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there it is. It's 8 dry quarts, and it's pretty light. You see this a lot when people are making their soil mix because it does really, really well for container plants. And Walmart had 5 of them. I picked up 4 because I don't feel like I'm going to need that much. So in combination with the perlite, they also did have some vermiculite. They had a lot of stuff that I didn't see at some other stores. And again, this is the Back to Roots brand, just like you saw the azomite. So I got these. So that is it for creating the soil. Finally, I have picked up the seeds that I'm going to need to start with my edible garden this year. First up, we have jalapeno. This is an early pepper. This one is a full sun plant, as is most peppers, and you get a harvest between 72 to 75 days, and it's a container friendly. Next up, we have some evergreen long bunching onions. I use these a lot when I'm cooking, and these go really well. Last year they did really well in my yard. I was able to come outside and grab some for the cooking. These also require full sun, and they are harvested somewhere between 60 and 121 days. This is also a container friendly one. Here we've got a watermelon. I typically don't like watermelon. Like growing up, I did not like watermelon one bit. I thought it had no taste. But when I started growing like 5 years ago, I grew watermelon just for the heck of it. Actually, I grew it because I knew that somebody else had liked it, and I said, let me just grow it. And I got actual watermelons, guys, really good sized watermelons. And I tasted it before I gave anybody. And I thought it was really, really sweet. And I was like, oh my goodness, it tastes good. So I'm going to try watermelon again this year. This one here is the Bush Sugar Baby, and it is harvested in 80 days. This one here is typically not container friendly because I'm only like growing in 5 and 7 gallon containers. So I can only have one single plant in that container and the 7 gallon, and even that's not going to be enough. But that will definitely limit the size that I will get, the size of the watermelon, but it's not a big deal. I'm not trying to get the biggest watermelon ever. I'm just trying to get a really nice, healthy watermelon. Next, we have some Italian parsley. I use this a lot when cooking. This guy here can be harvested 60 to 80 days after planting, and this one is also container friendly. You can see at the back of all of these, it'll tell you when you can plant them out. And for me, the green, that light green there, that little neon green is mostly where Georgia is, and it's saying you can plant from February to October. I don't plan to plant these until after my frost date. I don't do seedlings. I used to when I first started out, I did it, but in the last 2 years I've been direct sowing because of the whole hardening off process is rough, and I don't like doing it. So I stopped doing hardening off. I stopped planting stuff in the house and bringing it outside for 2 reasons. One, I don't like the hardening off process, and 2, I really don't have a lot of space inside the house to have a whole setup to have plants get ready for the season. Next up, we have Genovese basil. I absolutely love basil. I use it a lot in the house. This guy here can be harvested 60 to 90 days, and this is also container friendly. One of my favorite vegetables is actually okra. Never tried the Clemson spineless one though, and I actually have some seeds from the okra I planted last year, so I might just replant those because those did really, really well, and those were more of a long, skinny one. But this Clemson spineless, I thought I'd try it because I love okra so much. I'm just trying to, spice up the different types of okra. This one here, 56 days to harvest, and it doesn't say that it's container friendly, but I've been planting okra in containers for years and they do quite well. Next up, we have cilantro, a staple in my house, in the fridge. It's everywhere. We put it in rice. We put it in when we're making spaghetti, all kinds of places that we put cilantro. It does really, really well in my yard, and the critters don't bother with it. This guy here is 60 days in harvest, and it's also container friendly. Next up, we have Rutgers tomato. I've never tried this one. I've tried beef steak, it's called, and I've tried all types of tomatoes when I first started out. And I got so many tomatoes. And even though I eat tomatoes, I don't can them. I don't dry them like I see a lot of people do. I just use them for cooking, and so I don't need a lot of variety with the tomato. But this one here looks like it would be a really, really nice one that I would like. This one is 74 days to harvest. This one says it's a legendary tomato. It features smooth 4 to 6 ounce fruits and unequaled flavor. It's an indeterminate tomato. I absolutely love cucumbers. I can sit there and just cut it up and then just sprinkle some salt on it, and it's just a snack for me. I really, really like it. This one is the pickle bush. It says that it can be harvested in 52 days, and this is also container friendly. So for the things that vine, such as cucumbers or melons or anything that does vining, I'll put it in a 7-gallon because I know that that takes a lot of root, and the biggest bag I have is a 7-gallon. Zucchini is another one. One of the best performing vegetables actually is my zucchini. I had many huge zucchinis over the years, and I'm really happy. They seem to do well in my little 7-gallon containers. And this one is a different variety that I'm choosing. This one is Ford Hook, and I've never used this one before. This guy here is harvested in 57 days, and it says it's container friendly. It says smooth fruits have creamy white tender flesh, space saving bush, which is great because again I'm in grow bags. Here we have spinach. This one is Bloomsdale long-standing spinach. This guy here, it can be harvested in 40 to 48 days. It's container friendly. It says it's glossy, dark green, crinkled leaves. These plants stand a long time before bolting. You can harvest over a long season, and it's great for salads. I absolutely love spinach. I don't think I know anybody who doesn't like spinach, but I'm trying this new variety this year. Guys, let me know if you are planting any of these. Next up, we have the Honey Rock cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe. I actually prefer cantaloupe over watermelon. I grew up eating cantaloupes and just stayed away from watermelon until I planted my own, that is. But this Honey Rock cantaloupe here, I didn't plant. This is a different one than what I planted last year. This one here requires full sun. It's harvested in 74 to 88 days. This is definitely not a container friendly one, but mine, it grew, but it didn't grow as big as the watermelon. But I'm going to give it another go because I like it so much. This says it's a high-yielding. Plants produce incredibly sweet 3 to 4 pound melons with deep salmon flesh. Oh, I'm excited about that, guys. Let me know if you're planting cantaloupe. Finally, we have peppers. Now, I think everybody plants peppers when they first start out. Peppers and tomatoes are pretty much the go-to, and I've been doing that, and they do really well. I've had, at one point, I had 5 different types of peppers in my yard, and they were doing great. Of course, the critters don't mess with this. This one is the California Wonder. This is a sweet pepper, though. This guy here, you can harvest it in 75 days, and it is container friendly. Finally, again, I am going to be planting sunflower. This is the Mammoth sunflower. I'm not going to eat these, but I definitely want to plant these to kind of give me a little bit of privacy in the back end of the yard. These grow pretty tall, guys. These can go up to 12 feet. Now, where I'm going to be planting them is going to be in a lot of clay, so I'm going to have to adjust the soil a lot, and I don't know if they will make it to that 12 feet. It will be exciting to see that. These I got from the Dollar Tree, though, and they're supposed to grow really big. I really like how that looked. And hopefully the birds don't mess with my seeds too much. But the Mammoth sunflower is one of the ones that grow really big. Let me know if you have this in your yard and how it does. Otherwise, guys, this is what I have for the garden. Between the perlite and the azomite, the seeds, the coconut coir, the rose, the solar bulbs, and this really nice sign that I plan to put in the screened-in porch, that's what I have for this week, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know how it's been going for you and how you've been prepping, getting ready for when your last frost date comes around. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted on all my new videos. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.